So today I'm going to be forging out a hair stick. I call it my ancient Roman design. It just seemed to have an ancient Roman-esque flair to it. So this is what I start with. It's a piece of 1/4 inch thick square bar. And I think I've got one that should be about hot, so I'll start beating on it and show you there from there. For those who can't guess, I totally missed with that first strike. I'll include that in the video just because.
You can't just show success, you gotta show failure as well.
So I do just about all of my sizing for the flourished end. I do just about all of that by eyeball. I don't like to measure simply because I feel like that takes, or I think that takes some of the artistic aspect away from it if they're all exactly the same. What I'm doing is I'm getting approximately about 6 inches, maybe a little bit more, stretched out into a nice long taper. That way it allows me to make a very delicate looking now this is not the most efficient way of stretching out metal, or as it's called, drawing out material. It is not. But that's okay. I believe that if I stretch it out on the face of the anvil, as opposed to the horn for this light work, a 1/4 inch rod or anything smaller than 3/8 probably, it allows me to have a whole lot more direct control over where this metal goes. As with any drawing out, you keep it square as long as you can, and then you turn it to octagon, and then you turn it to round. If you want round, that is. It all depends on what you're going for. Can't believe I missed on that first strike. Left a little mark on my anvil and everything. I really beat the hell out of my poor baby. Yeah, that's alright. I'll fix it later. You just work it. Just make it round. Try to keep the hammer face from leaving edges knocked into it. And There it is. Nice and round. Well, it's not done by a machine, so it's not going to be perfect. I don't want it to be perfect. Do it where you guys can see it a little better. Almost there. Just done a lot of them. Isn't that just perfect? Clean it up a little bit. Next thing, I'm going to heat up this section. I'm going to try to keep my section here cool-ish. Right. Cool it off. I'm going to keep this section cool, heat this section up here, and I'm going to twist it here one way, and then I'm going to cool that section and heat this section here and twist it the other way, and then I'm ready to cut it off and forge the point. So yeah, I'm going to start heating it, and then I'm going to move the camera to show my vise because that's where it goes next. Heat there, as I said. Grab the first little section, twist one way. Cool that section off in the water. Bring it back to the vise, hopefully before it cools. And twist the other way, a little higher where it's not cooled off. And that allows me to create that absolutely beautiful double twist that everyone raves about. And it's one of the best effects. There it is. Alright, so now that this guy is, I guess forged out would be the best way of putting it. I'm going to cut it on the anvil with a hot cut. That's that baby right there. Now I got to heat that booger up again. Whatever. Oh, I fractured my soapstone. I've got my length duplicate right there that I'm going to come close to doing. It's not going to be the same, but it's going to be close. Just cutting length. Say right about there. That's proper etiquette to cut most of the way through and then not let it go flying, even though it's very easy to do. So that is an 80% hair stick there. I'm going to taper this out, and then I'm probably going to smash some of these edges into that. so it sort of looks like it's swirled into the tip is my attempt. And then we'll clean it up and add the coating that I add to them, and voila. All right, so just tapering the end out is a simple enough process. Nice long spike taper. I'm gonna knock the edges off of that and then get it around. And I've lost my heat. A little too much heat. Round out this. Knock out any burrs out of the tip there. That's straight. Pretty straight. Beautiful. Got one imperfection in it, but I think it's pretty. I gotta heat that up a little bit more. It's actually just linseed oil and a little beeswax melted into it. Boiled linseed oil. There we go. Should be plenty. The troublesome thing now is that my hair stick is way too hot. So I'm gonna have to clean it up with this pass and there it is. All right, it's still too hot. I might be able to get some of it. Yeah, it's too hot. Too hot, and then the tip is too cold. I have to get it somewhat the same temperature over the whole thing, which can be a little challenging, but it'll be fine. Come on. Don't be like that. And that's actually the paper towel is burning a little bit as it's made in contact with the steel here. I need some more oil. Honestly, I shouldn't be using a paper towel. Paper towels fall apart too easy. Perfect. That is a nice one. What am I talking about? They all look that nice. Alright, so I got a little extra on it. I'm going to wipe off the extra with a paper towel. And it's still too hot to pick up with my hands. So that is the final. There we go.